Welcome welcome all to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic putting an 80 series under a K truck or an 80 series on a K truck, how fun that is, then this is a podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler. Joining me for another episode of the SnailTrail4x4 podcast is Jimmy Jet. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. Yeah. Thanks.
That's good.
Recovering still, maybe a little bit from the lack of sleep that I've been having.
3 hours.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you a week to recover 3 hours, does it?
No, but I like to use the excuse.
Okay, that's right. If you want a scapegoat for you can do it
for being tired.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, you've been back from Hawaii for a week.
I know.
Back in the heat. Are you a raisin yet?
No.
No.
I haven't dried out.
Okay.
Not yet.
Congratulations.
Still tan.
Still tan. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Not over here.
Yeah. My sunburn went away in like a few days.
New topic. So you got we're here on Monday. On Monday's episode today, we got some fun stuff to talk with you guys about.
Yeah.
We're going to be covering some extra content that you guys sent in that we didn't have time to catch on earlier episodes. So we'll be covering some of that today. I think you guys will enjoy it. You guys got a kick out of the other episodes we did. So we'll finish it up here with the extra stuff. We do have some giveaways and stuff, things like that, and and stuff going on. So it's we got a monthly giveaway for the month of July, which is some gear wrench tools, some tools from one of our favorite tool companies ever. So we have we're going to give you an option list of things you get to choose from, and you'll get to choose in kind of what tools you get from the giveaway this month. So if you want to get signed up for that, go to irate4x4.com. Underneath the SnailTrail4x4 forum is where you sign up for the monthly giveaways. All your options are there. If you have any questions about that, you can send in the questions to 408-800-5169. And one of the peasants over there will get back to you with instructions. So, anything, what are you laughing at?
No, I think that perfect sums it up well.
Thank you.
If you
have a magical way with words,
want a chance to win a Onyx Elite membership, you need to go over to Apple Podcast and leave us a review.
Yep.
We are going to be giving away an Onyx Elite membership when we reach, 800 reviews? Dang.
Yeah, 800. Yep.
That's crazy. When we get to 800 reviews, we will do a drawing of all 800s. We'll put a random number generator in there, 1 through 800, and a lucky winner will be chosen, and they'll win the Onyx Elite membership. Yeah. So go leave a review, Apple Podcast, SnailTrail4x4's podcast. Leave a 1 through 5-star review. We don't care. We don't give away free stickers for if you leave a 5-star review. We're not bribing people for 5 stars.
No.
We're just sort of enticing you to leave us a review because you might win something.
Yep. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to win an Onyx Elite membership. Those are fun. They come in very handy when you're out exploring. So check that out. If you want a chance at winning a chainsaw, you need to come out to the Rubicon Trail this weekend. So come out and use a shovel, move some rocks around, move some dirt around, count some buckets, and you'll get a chance at winning a chainsaw. I think we're going to have 3 of them to give away this weekend. So, and I think we're looking at having 20 to 30 people out there. So your odds are fairly good that you're going to win. It's roughly 10%, if not better, odds of winning a chainsaw. So pretty cool stuff. Make sure you guys are coming out. Find the event page on Facebook, which is down in the show notes of this episode, and sign up there. That's how we'll be communicating for everybody to coordinate everyone coming out for this weekend. So
sounds good.
Let's see what else do we got.
I don't think there's anything else.
We're still waiting on A13X Mont to get in contact with us. You have less than a month to reach out. August 19th is the deadline. Otherwise, it's going to go to a full set of tires from Yokohama over to Cam B, who has gotten in contact with us. And if you are with a
Boo collector,
boo collector, still reach out to us anyways, just in case. You never know if Cam all of a sudden, I don't know, dies in a horrific accident and his arms get ripped off and
he can't type in his password.
He can't type in a password and prove that's him anymore. Then you'll win. So that's boo collector still
such a nice thing to say.
I'm a realist, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, boo collectors still reach out to us. And then definitely A13X Mont reach out, please. So let's see. That's the Yokohama tires.
Yeah.
We've got the
Onyx.
Gear Wrench giveaway, the Onyx for reviews. I think we're going to have the next kind of grand prize for reviews around 900 reviews.
Yeah.
And then at 1,000 reviews, that's kind of a big milestone. So we're going to be looking at doing something big for that one. But we'll have another grand prize, I think, ready at 900. So let's get to 800 first here, everybody. And then we can start working our way to 900 for another prize. And then once we get to 1,000, we'll have, I think, a pretty bitchin' prize. So
I think so as well. We need to figure those out, but we will for you guys.
We'll get you guys some aluminum links from 4-Wheel Underground.
I like it.
Brian already agreed to it too. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
I texted him 5 minutes from now and he said yes.
Fantastic. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
And speaking of Brian, you're going to hear his voice right now as we go on to our break. So don't forget to grab your favorite drinks. I'm drinking an Arnold Palmer right now. I am a little watered down now, but it is still there in my cup. So go grab your drink and enjoy our campfire discussion when we talk about Would You Rathers from our listeners.
At 4-Wheel Underground, we have something for everyone's 79 through 04 Toyota vehicle. Whether you've got a Chevy Dana 60, 05 and up Super Duty, fabricated, FJ80, or mini truck axles, we got you covered. 3-link, 4-link, parallel, and triangulated suspension kits, we've got you covered. Under-bed coilover mounts, through-bed coilover mounts, trailing arms, cantilevers, custom-tuned coilovers, and air bumps, we've got you covered. Frame stiffeners, subframes, skid plates, shock towers, and more to come. Make sure to use coupon code SnailTrail at 4wheelunderground.com because we've got you covered.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to today's Would You Rather Roundup. So yeah, it was kind of fun. When Jimmy and I did the Would You Rather episodes, a few episodes back here now, it was fun episodes. I thought they were really fun questions.
I had a great time.
That people sent in. And after those episodes, we had more people send in Would You Rathers. And we just didn't have time to cover them. We had other episodes planned, interviews to do. Jimmy was going to Hawaii because he's a bum. And now we're back.
If I was a bum,
Hawaii would be
I would live it in Hawaii.
There you go.
There's like fruit falling on the ground randomly. There was literally mangoes fell off a tree in front of us. And I grabbed a few of them and we brought them home and cut them up for breakfast the next day. Like, yeah.
All the locals like, God, more mangoes are falling. These create such a mess.
Yeah, and all the tourists are like, take these home.
I'll take them.
Yeah. And the temperature swing's not that much.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really freeze there. But it does get warm, but it doesn't get hot.
Yeah.
So you just need to figure out a way to get there.
Okay. I'd like to swim. I'll just swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would.
I hear there's a really cool submersible called a Titan or something that could get me to Hawaii.
Something or somewhere. Yeah.
Something get me somewhere.
But yeah, if I was a bum, I would be living in Hawaii.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'd be living at Spider Lake.
Yeah.
and then die the first winter.
Yeah.
But it'd be worth it. Anyways, we have would you rathers. I guess that's our first would you rather. Would you rather, if you're a bum,
where
would you rather live in Hawaii or Spider Lake?
Yeah.
I'd
Spider Lake during the summer, Hawaii during the winter.
Yeah, can I be a traveling bum?
Yeah.
Yeah. Travel between
I
Hawaii
live in
and Spider
Hawaii
Lake.
in the summer.
Yeah.
New Zealand in their summer, and Hawaii in our summer.
Yeah, I think that would work.
You just
that's like what a lot of Kiwis do is they'll take their summer there in New Zealand, and then they'll come like the whitewater rafters.
Yeah.
And they'll come up to Coloma Lotus and do a lot of whitewater rafting here in Northern California for our summer.
Yeah.
So the summer chasers
or the winter chasers that want to ski around the world, they'll ski all over the US during the winter and then go down to New Zealand and ski during the winter down there.
Yep.
Funny how this world works.
I know, right? It's
just
weird.
like some of these other questions.
Right.
So what are we going to do? Are you going to ask me questions because you have the control? Or
I guess
are we just
going to
both
control. We'll both answer though.
Okay.
Yeah. I have them all written down here. So there's some simple, easy ones that are like, okay, yeah, I think that's a good one. Then there's some like, what the hell? I don't know if I would do either. So
sounds good.
Yeah, we got a nice little plethora and mixture from the listeners. So you guys did awesome. First one.
Okay.
Would you rather have an under 80-inch wheelbase vehicle or over 140-inch wheelbase vehicle?
Ooh. I think, well, first of all, it depends on where I'm wheeling.
Okay.
If I'm wheeling like Moab, definitely over 140.
I would agree. Yeah.
If I'm wheeling the Rubicon, that's a tough one.
I'd still go long wheelbase.
I think I would too, but I would need like 44s.
Yeah, you need a breakover.
I need my good breakover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I really would have a hard time finding somewhere besides like a fire road that an under 80-inch wheelbase would come in ideal.
Yeah.
Anywhere that you have to climb something, like an 80-inch wheelbase is not going to be fun.
No. Yeah, it's I mean, even Barrett Lake, which is a tight, windy trail, 80-inch wheelbase is nice for like 90% of that trail, but there's a couple of ledges there as you come up on the lake.
Yeah.
That like an under 80-inch wheelbase would be, I don't know.
I think that would be a fun YouTube video. Like, let's wheel.
Okay.
Let's get a CJ5 that's moderately built.
Yeah.
And let's get like a double cab
long bed Tacoma.
Yeah. That's moderately built. And try to take them through the Rubicon.
Yeah. Don't Gladiators have like 143-inch wheelbase?
Yeah, the Gladiators and double cab long bed Toyotas are roughly the same.
143. So that'd be interesting because I know, like I'm thinking of a Hellhole. Hellhole's another tight, windy trail that people try and take Gladiators down through that creek area.
Yeah.
And it's gnarly. They don't really fit down there.
No.
It's a tight turn. So yeah, I don't know. But even Hellhole, there's a couple of steep little climbs there.
Yeah.
That an under 80-inch wheelbase would get kind of hairy. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just, it's a different type of wheeling.
Yeah.
And I think I'd rather have a longer wheelbase for climbs than a short wheelbase for maneuverability.
Windy maneuverability.
Yeah.
I would agree. I think I'm the same play. I'd rather have the longer wheelbase.
Yep.
So,
all right. That was a good question though.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
We're going to go skip over to this other one here.
Okay.
It's a fun one.
Okay.
Would you rather modify an 80 series chassis to fit underneath a K truck for the purpose of rock crawling?
Okay.
So an 80 series chassis under a K truck or K truck body on an 80 series chassis, whatever you want to word it. Or put Tacoma axles under a K truck for rock crawling.
That's a good, I mean, That's interesting. Well, Tacoma's IFS.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm assuming you want a solid axle.
I would assume as well.
Yeah. So you were looking at some sort of solid axle swap Tacoma axle ish, 44 or something.
Yeah. We should take a mini truck.
Maybe a
mini truck axles instead of Tacoma.
Yeah. So would I rather put those under a K truck or modify a body of a chassis of an 80 series to fit a K truck? I think, well, the easy route to go is probably putting the axles underneath the K truck. That's going to be easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of work, I think, to put a body of a K truck on a 80 series chassis. I mean, I think that engine alone is about the size of the cab of a K truck. So I'm not quite sure how that all would work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it would fit. I mean, I think I would rather put some cool axles underneath a K truck and be done with it than trying to figure out. I would take the axles off of the 80 series and put them underneath the K truck. That's probably what I would end up doing.
That's what I was thinking reading this. I was like, there's another option here with these options.
Yeah.
Within these options. And that's what I was leaning towards, is putting the 80 series axles under a K truck.
Right.
And then I would also, from the 80 series, I would also steal the air conditioning system.
Sure.
And put it in the K truck too.
Hey, they might have it.
Yeah.
Those K trucks are just so small.
They're really tiny.
And they're like 1,000 cc's.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see the draw of putting a bigger motor in it. I just don't think you could fit what is in those things. An inline six
in the 80s. Yeah, I believe it's an inline six. I think it's an inline.
Inline.
Ooh,
it's a big engine. Whatever it is, it's bigger than 1,000 cc's or whatever is in a K truck. So I don't know how the engine part of the chassis from an 80 series would fit there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there's no engine, no transmission, none of that, and you're just trying to put the frame and suspension components and axles and stuff on or put the body on that with the engine and transmission of the K truck and hooking it all up, I still think I'd rather just use the frame of the K truck and put axles underneath it.
That's what I would rather
I think
do.
it would look better too, because I think the frame would be so wide that it would act as rock sliders.
The K truck I think would sit within the frame of the 80 series.
Probably.
Yeah.
Though 80 series have a shockingly narrow frame.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
They go wide around the engine and then they come way in under the body.
Huh.
Under like where
I did not know that.
Yeah. Like the mufflers are on the outside of the...
They're outboard with the frame?
I think so. Where the header comes down and it like goes over the frame and then to the outside.
Interesting.
And in the passenger wheel well.
Huh.
All that happens.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. I saw it at Hot Metal Fab. He was doing some work, 3-link suspension, 4-wheel underground 3-link suspension
nice.
On an 80 series. And they needed to push things farther forward because they didn't want to have to modify the exhaust.
Oh.
So it's just kind of crazy how that all works. So I think there's just a lot. It would be easier to put axles underneath that instead of modifying a chassis to fit it.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Right. I'm going that way.
Cool. And I mean, if you put an 80 series, axles are going to be so much wider than a K truck too. Like,
oh yeah,
you have so much stability just putting those under the K truck.
I would probably reinforce the K truck's frame.
Yeah. So. Yeah. You definitely need to do that.
Yep.
Let's stay on the K truck.
Okay.
Route here. Would you rather build a K truck for rock crawling at King of the Hammers? So I'm guessing in Johnson Valley.
Okay.
No, or as a pre-runner to do the Baja 1000.
Okay, so build a rock crawler or a Baja rig out of a K truck. Would I rather?
I know what my answer is.
Rock crawler.
Rock crawler for sure.
I think a K truck Baja rig would be very unique and different and cool looking. You would just have to do a lot. I think that there's an easier way to, you'd have to
put the engine on the bed of the K truck. Like
and do like a V drive, like from a boat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I just feel that if you were trying to compete, well, neither of them, it would be like an Amber Turner situation here. But, or is it Amber Slauson now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An Amber Slauson situation of a samurai versus these monster trucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, and either one would be, I just think you'd have a better chance at rock crawling a K-truck than you would at Baja style racing it. I think you would have more of a chance of winning a rock crawling competition than a Baja style.
Yep.
They're just not designed to do Baja stuff.
They're not at all. Nothing on a K-truck is set up for Baja.
Nothing's set up for rock crawling either, but
at least they have the lightweight advantage going for rock crawling. You can put you can swap out the suspension, swap out the axles on a K-truck, and still do decently, I think, in rock crawling. You just need traction and articulation. You've got the lightweight, so it can go wherever it wants. The engine won't be held back, right?
Yeah.
The weight won't hold the engine back. But for Baja, like you got to be able to stay on top of the whoops.
Right.
And there's no way a K-truck is ever going to be able to do that.
No.
No matter what
you're not going to have the power or the speed to be able to achieve that. So I think regardless of what like you think would be cooler, I think effectiveness of a K-truck rock crawler, it will be more effective than a Baja style.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I think a K-truck Baja one would be badass though.
I would laugh. I would find it highly entertaining.
You'd have to drop like 100,000 into it. Easy.
Yeah.
And at that point, what part of the K-truck's left?
The body, and that's it.
Maybe. The front cab.
The front cab, the little cab over cab.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to be sitting behind an engine that's almost the same size as that damn cab.
Probably, yeah.
It's going to be like a forward controlled Volkswagen Bug, Jeep style thing. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Next up, would you rather have a hard top or a soft top? And no, not on your coffee. Nice. Mr. Lavender over here.
A hard top or a soft top, we're talking about like cab?
I'm guessing.
Or camper shell.
It doesn't say. I guess we could do both if you want. It just says hard top or soft top.
Ooh. Well, I think for a cab, I'd rather have a hard top. Because I think for me, it just holds the heat in or it holds the air conditioning in for Tyler's sake. It's a little bit quieter on the road. It's a lot less noisy. It's better protection. I think some of the advantages of having a soft top cab would be that if you ding it, it would probably be easy to replace.
Fair.
It's light. It would be a lot lighter. And so your unsprung weight would be better. Your center of gravity would be a little better. That's really about all I can think of about a benefit of a soft top cab.
The thing that I would enjoy about a soft top cab is in the rain. I love one of my favorite sounds ever, and it's almost like an ASMR thing for me, is rain on a tent.
Okay. So
having a soft top vehicle would allow me to get more of that noise in my life.
Sure.
But you end up with, it seems like a lot more condensation on the inside of soft tops. And sometimes it rains in your soft top. A lot of times it'll rain inside your soft top.
That's what I was concerned about. Like if it rained, are you getting water on the inside?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming they make those things waterproof.
They do. It's mainly the condensation that happens on the inside. And especially like if you end up sleeping in it for whatever reason in the cold, you definitely will end up with rain inside,
right?
Condensation kind of thing. So, I don't know. I prefer hardtop. And one of the main reasons why I want a hardtop vehicle, so I have an easy place to put antennas.
Yeah, that's
so
true for you. Yeah,
yeah. I like to use my roof for antennas.
If we're talking about camper shells,
then
I I don't know. I mean, it's sort of a half dozen one, or a 6 one way, half a dozen the other way situation. The major benefit I think about a hard shell camper shell is just security.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that there's just a higher level of security if you have a hard shell camper shell. It makes it just harder for people to break in. If you have a soft shell, people could just probably use a knife, cut an opening, and get into the camper shell if if need be. So otherwise, I don't think there's really a benefit one way or another besides that, and maybe weight. I think that those soft shell camper shells work very well. I think they do a good job at weather protecting and keeping dust down. They'd probably do better than my camper shell that I have on Clifford because those windows don't shut in the back.
Yeah.
And so that, like, if I were out at King of the Hammers, you probably seal it up better than I could Clifford's camper shell. I don't think you would need to worry so much about suffocating if you're sleeping in the back with a soft shell, because it probably breathes fairly well. And a hard shell, you might have to concern yourself about that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think they're cheaper. And if you ding it or hit it against a rock or bend or break one of the supports, it's probably a lot easier to fix part of it compared to
getting a whole new camper shell.
Getting a whole new camper shell if you cracked the fiberglass or metal or whatever the hard shell's made out of. So I would say, I think it's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. It depends on it. If you get a good deal on one or the other, to just grab whatever you can. But to me, it doesn't necessarily matter if it's a hard shell or a soft shell. But maybe there's an advantage to having a hard shell if you can mount things on top of it, because I don't think you can mount things on top of the soft shells because I don't think their bracing is strong enough. Yeah,
that's a really good point. Can you put a rooftop tent on top of a hard shell? I'm trying to think of Cena. His new truck has a soft shell on the back of it, camper shell. And I'm trying to think because I felt like his was actually supported decently, where he could have ran a roof rack over the top of it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know where it would have been structuralized at. It would have been tied into structure, right? There was another guy who had a soft shell in a first gen 4Runner. And that I like, what I like about soft shells is that you can most soft shell camper shells are designed so you can roll up the sides.
Right.
And I really like that feature because then you can roll up the sides and access everything in the bed of your truck.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I'm kind of similar answer where like 6 one way, half a dozen the other. If it's on more of a daily driver and you want to keep things in the bed of your truck, you got to go hard shell.
Right.
But if it's more of an off-road vehicle and it's more of the toy and you're not typically keeping a lot of things in the vehicle, soft shell is, I think, the way to go. So recreational usage, I think soft shell. For everyday usage, hard shell. And I think that mainly comes down to the versatility of soft shells and being able to access the bed of your truck easier.
Right. Yeah, I like that. I agree.
And the weight savings. Weight savings while off-roading it's nice massive. To do. Yeah.
I will go out and say I like the look of a color matched hard shell better than a soft shell.
Yeah.
So there's the visual appearance for me that boosts if it's done right.
So really you just want an SUV. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
I caught you.
You got me. Out of all the trucks I own, how many shells do I have?
Well, there's only one that's color-made hard shell. A color-matched hard shell.
Yeah. And all the other trucks have no shells.
Well, Bobcat, I don't know if you can really match Bobcat's raisin color anymore.
True. Charlotte doesn't have a shell.
No, because you have a bed rack.
Samantha doesn't have a shell. Becky does.
Samantha doesn't have a body right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your point?
Yeah. Nick from Montana was trying to get me to buy his wilderness.
Oh yeah,
for Samantha.
that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay to get it out here.
We can make a trip to Montana.
I'm down for that.
We need to go say hi to Nick.
I agree.
Nick, we're coming for you.
All right.
Bring the bear spray for us. So we got next one. A flat fender. Would you rather, Jimmy,
Okay.
have and wheel, I'm assuming, a flat fender Jeep or a Samurai?
Samurai.
Well, that was quick. You didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I don't need to.
What do you, have you already put a lot of thought into this? Or?
No, it's a Jeep.
The Jeep. Oh.
So it's like, what else?
What else is there? It's like
if it was a flat fender Jeep
B.
or a CJ5, then I'd have to put thought into it because they're both Jeeps.
Okay, gotcha. So flat fender Jeep or option B.
Option B.
Go on option B.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's funny. No, is it really just because it's a Jeep, or I mean, is there any other reasoning?
No, I was just being.
I know you're being facetious.
Joking. I think I like Hustle Nuts' flat.
You like
fender.
bacon?
I like bacon.
I like bacon.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen bacon in person.
Oh yeah,
I need to go check
it's
bacon
actually
out.
really nice. So yeah, Hustle Nuts got a flat fender. I'm not going to say what year, make, model, style it is because I'll probably butcher it.
It's a Jeep.
It's an old flat fender. It's not a Willys either. It's the military one.
Okay.
So it's not a Willys, doesn't have any of the Willys icons or emblems or things stamped in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the military version.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're cool. A flat fender would be pretty neat, but I would have to stretch that thing.
Yeah.
If I'm going to wheel it. And I think
that's the same with the Samurai.
Same
though,
with the Samurai. Yeah. I think a Samurai would be fun too. I just don't for me, I think there's more of the nostalgia of the old school Jeeps that is pretty neat. And those flat fenders look good. And they've got, the body lines and everything look fantastic. Where a Samurai just doesn't have that.
Yeah.
I don't think it has the repertoire or the history of it. And I don't know. The body lines aren't quite there where the old school Jeeps look good. If I did get a Samurai, it would have to be, I would want like a tin top, but I want it removable, like a removable tin top.
Okay.
So that I can go convertible style if I wanted. But see, those windows don't go down to my knowledge. So, and that's one cool thing about the Jeeps is that you can lower the front window like the 40s.
Yep.
Now that would be a better would you rather.
I know what you're going to say.
Would you rather wheel flat fender Willys or an FJ40?
Yeah.
Because those are
very similar.
Now we're talking about appearances.
Yeah.
Right. And that one's tough because I think the Jeep has a lot of the history and a lot of nostalgia around it, especially if it's a military one where a 40s, let's be honest, the 40 is a copy of a Jeep.
Yeah.
And
they definitely copied the military Jeep. They were trying to get a military contract.
Yeah.
And so they copied the military Jeep, even the 7-slot grill that was in them, or the 5 slots, I think they were originally. And then they ended up having to change the grill because Jeep sued him, I think, over it or something.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah.
I never heard that story.
Yeah.
But I'm a Toyota guy, so I think I just have to go with a 40 in that case.
See, I would be choosing the Samurai.
Okay.
In the flat fender versus Samurai. Mainly because I think that the divorce transfer cases are pretty cool that Samurais have.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty rad. And the axles of a Samurai they're just baby mini truck axles, right?
Sure.
So I'm more familiar with the maintenance on a Samurai than I am with the maintenance on a Jeep.
Okay.
So I would go with a Samurai personally in that situation, just because I'm more familiar with them. And kind of the same thing with the Land Cruisers, the FJ40s, except that the FJ40s have quite a bit more significant axles than the Jeep, the flat fenders do. The flat fenders have fairly small axles, I think the original drive shafts, if we're talking about keeping everything original, the original drive shaft on a flat fender, I believe, was just like 1-inch round stock.
Probably.
There was a guy on Ford Ice a couple of years ago that had one, and he didn't get screened for doing the river run.
Oh, really?
And he bound everything up in windshield 4 and broke a lot of things.
Okay.
And windshield 4. And I was just like, as he's sitting there repairing, I'm just kind of looking over this rig and I'm like, what the hell is up with your drive shaft? Why do you have a solid bar, like 1-inch solid stock as your drive shaft? And he goes, that's how they came. And I was like, bullshit. He goes, no, sir, that's how they came. And I was like, no way. There's no way anybody would make a drive shaft out of that. And he goes, no, that's how they came. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So I think that the components on the FJ40, the Land Cruiser, are quite a bit more substantial.
Yeah.
So that would be my choice in that spot. And I like the body lines of the hood. I like squared vehicles.
Yeah.
But I like a rounded hood.
Interesting.
And I don't know why. I like the squared ass ends and fender lines, but I like the rounded hood of the FJ40s and how that's kind of all combined.
Says a lot about your women too.
It's true. Very true. Hopefully she's not listening.
Nope.
So
okay, so let's take this a step farther.
Okay.
Since we're sort of both talking about the 40.
Yeah.
How would you modify that for rock crawling?
You and I have talked about this.
I know.
Steve from Rancho Total Recycling, I would build his 40.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
So it would be an LS, 5.3 LS, with probably a 2-speed transfer case, maybe a 4-speed, an Atlas. And I would stretch it to be roughly about 102-inch, 103-inch wheelbase, right around there. And link it, coilovers. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Wide axles. I'd upgrade the axles. Like it would be a trailered vehicle that is a rock crawler and not much else. It's not really a weekend camping vehicle. It'd be kind of like a buggy build with an FJ40 body.
Yeah.
Or
like Glenn's.
Like Glenn. I don't know. Glenn's it's nice, but I like Rancho Total Recycling's FJ40 better.
Okay.
But there's been a new one that just got finished in Sacramento. SAC FJDC? SAC?
Never. Is that his Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
His Instagram is SAC FJDC, I think. I ran into him a few years ago on Slick Rock.
Okay.
He had a 4th gen 4Runner? No, an FJ Cruiser. That's what it was. He had an FJ Cruiser that was really well built on 40-inch tires, linked, clean body, black, really clean vehicle. Ran into him on Slick Rock. And then I followed him on Instagram because of that. And just kind of end up creeping his Instagram throughout the years, peeping Tom in it. And he's built an FJ40 buggy that is so clean.
Nice.
So nice looking. That is, I think I would just buy his buggy. Like I wouldn't even build. I would just get that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm similar. I would stretch the hell out of it though.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get up into like the low, like 110 range.
Wow.
I would stretch it a lot.
That's
a lot. Mainly in the rear, I think. I mean, you push the front axle forward pretty far, but I think you could push that rear axle back a lot. And you'd have to do a ton of tubbing and cleaning it, like trimming the body panels. I'd go wide. I don't know if I'd go full widths. I probably would go full widths, but I think the idea of going to like FJ80 axles would be cool just to kind of keep it the FJ80 thing. But I definitely would coilovers, links, set it all up, keep it low, and give it a good powerhouse and some sort of gear reduction.
Yeah.
So I think we're in the same ballpark, but
yeah,
I think I would go stretch it longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So 110. So could you just take an FJ80 chassis then and put a FJ40 tub on it?
Might as well. Yeah. Just a K truck.
Yeah. Just K truck it. Yeah. So anyway, that's a fun one.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryder.
Yeah. I want to go back to your original thought though.
Oh.
Would you rather flat fender Jeep or a CJ5?
Flat fender.
A flat fender. Yeah.
Just because it's cool. I like the
You
body
like the
lines.
body lines on flatties?
Yeah. I like the body lines on the flat fender. I like the nostalgia kind of behind the flat fenders of, they're just the old military style stuff. And the CJ5s, I mean, I don't know. They're just too round. I'd rather not.
The thing that I don't like about the flat fender is how exposed you are.
Sure.
That's what I don't like about them, which is like the thing that everybody does like about them who likes them, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched the videos of people wheeling in flat fenders, like stock flat fenders. I'm just like, you got way bigger balls than I do, man.
Yeah.
There's no way. No way.
Want a big cage. Wrap me up. Yeah.
So, okay, cool.
All right.
I like it. And for everybody out there, if you want to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, you can put in hashtag Jeep and Jimmy for a review. All right. Next up, let's go back down to these ones. Would you rather, Jimmy?
Yes.
Put an 80 series axle and housing under a second gen Tacoma?
Okay.
So 80s axles under second gen, or keep the second gen Tacoma original axle and housing and link the rear. So I guess would you so take
keep
a
it
second
IFS?
I guess so, yeah. Take a second gen Tacoma and put 80 series axles under it.
Okay.
Or put an 80 series axle and housing under. So I guessing the rear?
Maybe.
So would you rather take a second gen Tacoma and put an 80 series axle under the rear, or keep the Tacoma axle and link the suspension?
Well, I don't think you can solid axle swap an 80 series in a second gen Tacoma, because I think the pinion's on the wrong side.
They're on the wrong side, yeah.
So it's not going to be as easy as just swapping that out. So I'm not going to say, so I'm botching that, right. As an idea. So I'm really just, now I'm looking at the rear. So the front's going to stay IFS on this question, because I don't think for what we're talking about, 80 series won't work in the front. 80 series in the rear or link the rear. I think I'd just rather link the rear.
Yeah.
I think they're roughly the same width.
About the second, I think the third gen Tacoma axle is a little wider, isn't it?
I think the second gen and third gen Tacomas are the same width, and but I'm not sure if they are wider than an 80 series or not. I think they're about the same. I think they're all around 63 to 65 inches.
I want to say
somewhere
they're around there.
And I think the Tacomas are 65, and I think the Land Cruiser's 63. But an 80 series rear axle is a 9.5, I believe. And a Tacoma axle is the 8.4.
8.4, yeah.
So you're definitely getting a better ring and pinion, but it's offset in the rear on that axle too.
Yeah.
And I believe it's offset to the passenger side. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's offset to the passenger side. So you're going to be running into the exhaust on the Tacoma, possibly. Because I think the gas tank is on the driver's side. So there would be maybe some clearance issues or some things you might need to figure out how to make that fit and to get that larger ring and pinion. I think I would just rather 3-link the rear of a Tacoma and get better articulation and drive smarter so that you can just keep the traction on the ground with your articulation instead of relying on a heavy foot to get through something.
Yeah. I would agree. I think that doing the suspension over the axle would be where I would put in my money too. Yeah. Especially after experiencing the difference between leaf springs and linked suspension.
Sure.
I would do the linked suspension over the axle for sure.
Yeah.
Then once the linked suspension is all done, I would put a Tacoma Super Duty axle under.
Tacoma Super Duty?
Tundra Super Duty axle.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I think that's doable. My only issue with something like that is you got a lot of custom stuff in there. Like it probably will never break.
For the linking the second gen Tacoma?
No, for a custom Super Duty, Tundra Super Duty axle.
Not really. Just the axle shaft.
The axle shaft. So you'd have to carry at least one spare axle shaft with you at all times.
Yeah, for the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my only. If you did a Tacoma, it's all factory stuff. If you did the FJ80, it's all factory stuff.
But it's weaker.
And it is weaker. I agree.
So yeah, I'm kind of curious. So here's another fun topic.
Yeah.
I'm going to save it. Continue your thought.
Okay. No, that was it. My 2 cents is that whenever you customize something, you need to buy an extra set or an extra spare because we just experienced this out on the Rubathon this month ago now, probably, where one of the people that I was wheeling in with bought the full float option for Tacoma axles.
Okay.
And he broke one of his axle shafts.
Yeah.
And he's like, can anybody get me another axle shaft? And it's like, no, you have to custom order these.
Yeah.
Like we can't there's not one out of store.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to custom order it and it'll take like 2 weeks for you to get it. Yeah. So no, we can't just get you another axle shaft. It does not exist. And so if you run into a problem, you need to already have your backup plan.
Yeah.
You need to already have that set because you're custom, because it's custom. It's different. It's not an off the shelf situation.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going for.
Okay.
Now in your case, your thing's so big and beefy. Like,
yeah, it is, baby.
What is the likelihood that you're going to break it? It's probably very low, but at some point you might consider like, I might need another axle shaft.
Yeah. So that's going to be my next would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather build a vehicle with off-the-shelf parts so that things are readily available? Or would you rather build a vehicle with stronger aftermarket parts that may not be readily available?
I think to me, it depends on what we're talking about to some extent. Like if we're talking about axles, I think I'd rather build strong factory parts is what I could do. For me, I think I would rather build Super Duty axles instead of fabricated axles.
Okay.
Right. Where if I get a fabricated housing, but it's all internal factory parts, I'd rather go that route.
Yeah.
Because if there's ever an issue that I break something and I need to get another part, I can go to a junkyard or I can go to a auto parts store and hopefully be able to order something and get it quick. Where if I'm going to do this with Samantha, right? Because I have to buy custom axle shafts for the front of Samantha. So I'm going to buy 3 axle shafts. Maybe I'm buying 4. I might buy 4 axle shafts. You might be buying
4 if you're doing extras.
Yeah. Though the long side typically is the one that breaks on at least Toyota mini truck axles.
I thought it was the short side that typically breaks.
I thought it was the long side. I thought the long side could twist easier.
That's why I think it depends if you do RCV or chromoly, because RCV 300M. 300M does not like to twist and give. Right. So if it twists, it'll more likely to shear. Whereas chromoly will twist and give a little bit. And I think that's why supposedly the short sides, I thought, snap more often because they don't have the ability to twist more over the length of the shaft. So they just shear instead. But I don't know now. Now you have me second guessing.
Regardless, I'm going to have to buy a second pair just as a backup because I'm doing something stupid and still using Toyota components.
Gotcha.
And I'm probably going to go 40s. And the axle shafts really and third members aren't necessarily made for that large of a tire. So I'm going to have spare parts available because I'm doing something custom.
Yeah.
And so but my rear, if I break an axle shaft, I just have to find another T100 axle somewhere and I can take the axle shafts out of it.
Okay.
So if I break something in the rear, it's a lot easier for me to solve.
Yeah. So your goal is more of build it stronger, but using as many factory components as possible.
Yes.
Gotcha. So I went through this thought process with my axles. And my thought was I want stronger aftermarket components, but I want to use brands that typically are known for having good stock on stuff.
Yep.
And that are not going to go bankrupt and go out of business.
Sure.
Right. So I went with the Willwood brakes
Yep.
and RCV shafts in the rear, Brannick up front, Reed knuckles kind of stuff. So that was my thinking.
Yeah.
Mile marker, right, for the hub. So like people kind of gave me shit of saying that's not what off the shelf parts means. And I'm like, I think there's a difference between off the shelf parts and what did I say earlier? Factory parts, factory parts, and then custom parts.
Yeah.
Right. So like factory parts are something you can get at Napa or Napa AutoZone,
Yeah, sure.
O'Reilly's, whatever it is. Off the shelf parts are parts that aftermarket companies typically always have in stock.
Yeah.
And then the custom parts are, you have to call and say, hey, I need this with this dimensions, this specifications. They have to then put it all in their system, make it, and then send it all and ship it out to you. They don't ever hold stock of any of those.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of fall in the realm of off the shelf parts is what I try to go for. And my only parts that are not like that are my axle shafts.
Right.
But I'm hoping that I've designed and set up the system such that my axle shafts are never going to be the wink link in my system. They're never going to be the fuse.
Yeah.
I know shit happens and they may eventually end up being the fuse, but in theory they shouldn't be.
Right.
So
yeah, I understand that too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it comes down to when you brake, like where are you? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you're like out on the Rubicon and you brake, the likelihood of you getting off is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like you will probably be able to drive out, you pull a shaft, take it apart, whatever.
I have a good history of getting off.
Yes.
So
that is true. And
I have proof now.
One.
Okay. Sorry. Sidetracked.
Yeah. But if like, let's say you're out at EJS or you're, at Cruise Moab or out at Trail Hero and you brake and now your event's done in an essence, you're like, okay, I can stick to these easier trails, but I can't go do any of the fun, hard ones or whatever. Yeah. And you can't just go to a store and buy it.
Yeah.
And you have to like, oh, hopefully, Reed's here in town, but let's see if, he's at the event, but I don't know if he has any knuckles with him.
Yeah.
Brannick is here, but did they, did they bring
a 36 spline Toyota shaft?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that there's a point at which you're sacrificing continuing to wheel or quickly getting your rig up and running again by non-factory parts.
True. That is true. And my rebuttal to that is if I'm breaking an axle shaft, I've probably broken other stuff.
Probably.
And the event is probably over for me anyways.
Yeah.
but that's a very good point. Someday it's going to happen. I'm going to break only an axle shaft and I'm going to be out in Utah or up in Oregon or I don't know where I'm going to be. And it's going to suck. My event's going to be over, but I should probably solve that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's just say you're up in somewhere wheeling in Oregon or Washington and you break and you had like a few days of a trip planned ahead of you. And now you're kind of done, cause it's not
ride with somebody.
You can go hiking. Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real. I'm not going to go hiking.
You're not going to drive, you're not going to drive your rig anymore. The thing is, it's like you could call Reed or Brannick or RCV or any of these companies, but it's going to take a week for them to ship it out to you.
Oh, for sure. It'd probably be 1 to 2 weeks to make the part and then a week to ship it. So.
Right. And so, you're limited. You limit your fixing time.
Yeah.
If you keep things somewhat factory.
Yep.
So
true.
That's my two is if you have the option to keep it factory, I say keep it factory. If and so like, if I were to go to bigger axles, I'll probably go Super Duties for that factor because I can get almost anything from a Super Duty axle and at any location across America. I could just post something on social media and be like, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I need a new hub for my Super Duty 05 and up Super Duty axle.
Yeah.
Who has one?
Yep.
Right. And somebody around will have one, or somebody will be like, there's a junkyard over here that has like 10 of them.
Yep.
You know, and I can get the rig and get it up and running within a day.
Yeah.
And continue on with the trip.
Mm-hmm.
But if, and I think it also depends on how you build your rig overall.
Yeah.
To some extent. Like maybe you're building your rig as not like a 50 state off-road road trip rig.
Yeah.
You know, you're building it as a trailer queen, then that might be it. You know, maybe there's a difference there too. So I don't know. I think that me personally, keeping it easy to get parts is the way to go. Now, is that my case on all of my parts on Bobcat? No.
Yeah.
There's custom made stuff like my new power steering setup that I put in, you know, as non-factory. Well, it has a factory pump, but then not a factory reservoir, not a factory filter, not a factory cooler, at factory, but it does have a factory. No, well, I mean, it has a modified box, right? So, and then the hydro assist. So, I mean, like, if something breaks in my power steering line, I can eliminate things and reroute it.
Yeah.
But if like right now, my power steering box is out and my steering's still fucked.
Yeah.
You know, I have all these fancy new things in there and I still got to fix a power steering box. I think. So, and it just doesn't work very well. So anyways, all right, I'm off that soapbox. Okay. How many more we got?
We got 3 more.
Okay.
So next one up, would you rather have a Chevy engine in a Ford vehicle or a Ford engine in a Chevy vehicle?
I don't know. I actually can answer this another way, but I don't due to this. I think I would rather have a Chevy engine in a Ford because I like Ford's body styles better.
Okay.
And so I don't know what engine I would throw in there. And my alternative answer is I'd rather have a Cummins in my Ford.
Okay.
A Dodge Cummins. I don't know, 12 or 24 valve. I don't know which one, but I would rather have a Fummings is what they call them.
Okay.
A Ford with a Cummins engine.
Okay.
Is what I would prefer. But I love my old school or OBS Ford body. So if I get to keep that, I don't care what engine's in it.
Okay. I would lean more towards a Chevy engine in a Ford because Chevy doesn't have any good axles.
Okay.
GM didn't make any good axles, and I will fight people on that point. No, I'm just kidding. I just think Ford and Dana have killed it with axles, man.
Yeah.
Dana makes it a phenomenal product, and Ford has recognized them multiple times. And that's why Ford uses Dana's stuff in all their axles.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of off-roaders use Ford axles and all their shit. So that would be my only thing. And Chevy makes great engines.
Yeah.
They really do. Say what you want about the other stuff about Chevy vehicles, but they make good engines. They have a good history of making good engines. So
and they have an Atlas.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
backing the engine.
Yep. I think it's Chevy engine in a Ford vehicle would be the way I would go. But if I had my druthers, I would love to take the 6.7 high output Ford, the Super Duty.
Yeah.
And put it into just as something. It's such an awesome engine.
Yeah. I really like some of those old like 70 series Ford trucks.
Like the rounded body ones, the bubble body.
No, those are like 50s.
Gotcha.
Yeah, those are way older.
Okay.
I like some of those 50s body styles, but the cab over engine styled vehicles, like semi status.
Yeah.
And I would love to build like one of those high output ones with like that cab over engine style. Like an F. What are they? Those are like F450s or 550s style
those
stuff.
Ones? Okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That was a fun one. Let's go to a confusing one.
Okay.
All right. You got to follow this all. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm serious.
Would you rather take a 3rd gen Tacoma manual transmission, so the one you have,
yeah,
and marry it to the 4-liter V6 from a 2nd gen Tacoma?
Okay.
So your transmission with the 4-liter V6.
Okay.
Or take the engine from the 3rd gen Tacoma. Oh my God. And take the engine from a 3rd gen Tacoma and mount it in the rear of a K truck with a transaxle from an MR2 to go rock crawling.
A lot of K-truck questions.
Right?
Is that all one person?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody's obsessed with K-trucks.
May even make sense.
So what is it? You're a 3rd gen Tacoma manual transmission with the 4-liter V6, which I would really like that setup.
That is a good setup.
But
I don't know. I mean, why not have a 2nd gen Tacoma or a 2nd gen Tacoma manual at that point?
It's a good question. Did they made 2nd gen manuals?
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they made 3rd gens in a manual, and 1st gens in a manual, why didn't they make 2nd gens?
I don't know. Isn't the I don't know the gearing of the 2nd gen. Maybe the gearing is different in the transmission than the 3rd gen transmission.
Yeah. Or I don't know.
I don't know.
I've always said that if you could, that 4-liter is probably one of the best engines that Toyota's made. So
I really like that engine. I think that the jury is still out on how long-term reliable it is. I mean, you've got the 22RE and the 3.4, the 5VZ that are just legendary now for long-term reliability.
Sure. Well, and the 4.7
and the 4.7 as well, right? But you're not seeing as many people tout that their 2nd gen Tacomas are going on 300, 400,000 miles, 500,000 miles.
How there's a Tacoma that's on 500,000 miles.
Well,
I don't know what year it is.
Yeah, I mean, but like you'd see all these 22REs going 500,000, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that it took up until 5 or 6 years ago for the 3.4 to be like, okay, these things are lasting as long as 22REs do.
Yeah.
So I think it's still going to be another 5 or 6 years for that 4-liter V6 to.
I agree. I think the 4-liter though, it's going to be one of those history making engines. I think it's going to go down as a +1 on, with all those other engines.
Yeah.
So I think I would rather put that 4-liter into a Tacoma, 3rd gen Tacoma, compared to taking out the Tacoma engine and putting it in a K truck.
Yeah.
Which just seems like a lot of work. But if you have a 3rd gen Tacoma and you're taking the engine out to put the 4-liter in, now you have an engine,
a 3rd gen Tacoma engine to put into a K truck.
So what are you going to do with that?
Put it in a K truck.
You might as well get a K truck and do it as a second step.
There you go. Yeah.
Get your Tacoma up and running with that 4-liter, which I don't know if they bolt together. I don't know if the transmission and bell housings work together.
Yeah. Good question.
As much as you can build a custom bell housing, but I don't know if it's just as easy as connecting those, if the bolt patterns are the same.
Yeah.
Let alone you're probably going to have to run multiple computers for the engine and the cab and all as separate systems. So there's going to be a lot of work if you're going to drop in a new engine into an old engine into a new truck. So there's,
and that's not legal to do in California.
Not in California. Yeah.
You can do it in Montana though.
You can do it in almost all the other states within some reason. I think Colorado is as strict as California, and I don't know about some of the other ones.
New York is getting there too.
I'm sure. So, but yeah, at least the rule in California is that you have to put the same year or newer in due to the body style. So K-trucks though, I'm not once again, I don't know if you're even in California, if you can even soup up the motors that much on a K-truck, and then if it classifies it as something else because now it's gone from CCs to liters.
Yeah, good question.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But if you live in a place where it doesn't matter, I mean, that would be cool.
If a K-truck is classified as CCs, and it falls under the same GVW, could you put a Can-Am motor into a K-Truck?
Probably.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. I would rather put the K-Truck's body on top of a Can-Am.
Yeah, I would agree to that for sure.
That's what I would
That's
do.
a good way to go.
I saw a video of a guy that fit one of the old school like minis. The old Mini
Coopers?
The Mini Coopers,
Okay.
the small Mini Coopers, and put the body of that onto a Can-Am and drove it around on the street.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
So
Or Miata. Put a Miata on it.
yeah, Miata would be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that either way, you're going to have a lot of stuff to figure out how to get either one of those situations to work. But I think the 4-liter with a 3rd gen Tacoma would be a good way to go. Now, I do know that, what's his name? Up in Canada.
Clint
With Dirt Garage.
Yeah.
He has been changing the body of his 2nd gen Tacoma to be a 3rd gen Tacoma. He changed the fenders and the grill and the hood and everything of the front, and then bought a 3rd gen bed and put it all on.
That's like the truck.
Or maybe you don't even need to buy a bed. Maybe you can just buy the skirt sides and the tailgate because they're probably the same side. But he's changing the body panels of his 2nd gen to be a 3rd gen.
Okay. I mean, that's almost like the guy we saw at Rubathon one year, was it? I think it was Rubathon. Not Rubathon, Cruise Moab.
Cruise Moab. I wasn't there.
Yeah, you missed that year.
Yeah.
But the guy had a 2nd gen extra cab Tacoma that he bobbed so that it fit in a 20-foot container.
Yeah.
And then he changed out the fenders, and the front clip to all be FJ80 stuff.
Okay.
So it had the front clip of an FJ80, the fenders of an FJ80, and then he had a custom tailgate made that looked like a 1st gen pickup tailgate, something like that.
Okay.
So like it was just a mishmash of stuff.
Yeah.
All put together, and that we were all like, what is this vehicle?
Yeah. I think Lee tried to do a recording with him, didn't he?
Yeah, he lost the recording.
Yeah,
it was it was a fun interview talking to that dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny what people can do to vehicles.
Yep.
All right. So next question for you.
Okay.
This is mine.
Another K-Truck.
No, we're done with the K-Truck ones.
Okay.
But I had a question because we were talking about the 4-liter V6.
Yeah.
This one may go quick, so we'll just do this one first. Would you rather wheel a Land Rover or drive a Jeep only on the street?
I was about to say option B.
Option B.
Wheel a Land Rover or drive a Jeep on the street? Only drive a Jeep
on the street, yeah.
Well, I would assume Jeeps really only drive on the street anyway.
True.
So there's no big difference there.
Yeah.
And if you can get your Land Rover to the trail, then it must be pretty good.
That's only like 20% of them make it there, though.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm saying this story, would you rather wheel a Land Rover so it can get to the trail? So it must be fairly reliable and decent.
Maybe.
Where no matter what you do to the Jeep, it's still going to stay on the street.
Yeah.
So as much as I hate to say it, I'm going to buy a Toyota.
Okay. I was thinking I would rather wheel a Land Rover, but I'm swapping the axles, the suspension, the drivetrain.
Yeah. Changing the body panels.
Seats, changing the body panels. We'll take the front clip off.
Yeah. Transaxle from a Miata or whatever. MR2.
MR2.
No, I would if it's a choice
I'm going to wheel the Land Rover, put a K-Truck body on it.
Yeah. It's really a question of drive on the road or drive on the street, I guess, right? So I'd rather go or off-road it.
Yeah.
And so whatever allows me to go off-road.
Okay. Now the next one, and this one I just thought of.
Swap the roles.
No.
I think I still might just off-road.
Yeah. Would you rather in Bobcat
Yes.
do the 4-liter V6
or
the 4.3 Vortec?
4-liter V6, I think, even though I don't know, because that's a tough one. I think if I were to choose, I'd rather do the 4.7 Tundra.
Okay.
But I know that wasn't an option, but that 4.6 Vortec is a really 4.3 Vortec. Yeah. Is a really good engine and has been done multiple times. A lot of people have done that into
it's all figured out.
my rig. But the thing is, they're old. There's not a lot of them around anymore. That's an old technology.
Parts are getting sparse.
Sparse.
Which is the whole point of Leno's Law.
Yeah. And so maybe doing the 4-liter would, it might be a little bit more work because it's not really been done. I would need to figure out if there's a way to take the 4-liter and connect it to my gear-driven T cases because the setup behind that isn't as great for the 2nd gens and the 3rd gen and 4Runners. All those, like the second gearing isn't as great. So I'd rather have my gear-driven T cases, and I'd rather have the 151F transmission.
Yeah.
So if that all worked seamlessly, I think I'd go 4-liter.
Okay.
But those 4.3s, man, they're phenomenal engines.
They're great engine,
it's
man.
a 350 with 2 cylinders cut off, and they're bulletproof engines. So I don't know. I mean, either one of them would be great. I think if I was going down the rabbit hole, I've thought about all of those too in Bobcat. Let me just say, I think I'd still rather do the 4.7.
The 4.7, okay.
If it could be street legal.
Yeah. I need to really look into that. From my recollection, when I was researching into the 3.4 swap, my recollection states that the 4.7 is legal to swap into a 4Runner. Sure. I don't know about Bobcat though.
Yeah. I mean, there is the 4th gen 4Runner had a 4.7 in it.
Yeah. So it's the same GVW as the 2nd gen, 3rd gens. I don't know if it's the same GVW as the 1st gen, same GVW class.
1st gen
4Runner.
Right.
But it's not the classifications are not based on vehicle style, body style. It's weight of the vehicle. So I don't know and I don't remember where the cutoffs are for the different classes of GVWs.
Somebody needs to make a chart of this.
I found it all. I had it all. When I was researching for the 3.4 swap, and looking at what is actually legal, what are the rules on what you can put in a vehicle? And I remember thinking the rules are actually a lot more lax than I thought they were.
Yes.
And so, I'd be interested to see. It comes down to the GVW and classification. Yeah, where that split works in each category.
I wonder where the split falls for Jeep, like a 4-door Wrangler.
Okay. I would imagine it. I remember thinking that the passenger vehicle classification that the 4Runner fell into was a pretty big range.
Yeah.
Like more than I ever thought it would be. Like I thought that they would have classified vehicles with much smaller, like 1 ton apart, 2,000 pounds apart.
Yeah, sure.
And I remember thinking like the classification the 4Runner was in is like 10,000 pound range or something like that.
Sure.
Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying it based on faded memories from 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But I remember it being a wide range and thinking if Jeep can put a 392 into a Wrangler, then in theory, you should be able to put a 392 into a 4Runner.
Yeah.
So,
yes, you should.
Yeah.
In theory.
In theory with the classifications.
So my question is, can I put the 392 in my Tacoma?
I would think so.
Into my Tacoma, or what about Bobcat?
Or Bobcat. See, I feel like Bobcat would be falling in the next range down on GVW.
Maybe.
I remember thinking that the GVW was a big range, but it was all mostly upwards from where the 4Runner was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the Tacoma would fall into it.
Probably.
But I don't know. I'd have to find all those charts and source them all again.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, I wish it was just as easy as like, I want this engine in this vehicle. Will it work? Yeah. Yes or no? Output.
Yeah.
And I don't like.
We can make an app for that, Jimmy.
Maybe. I don't know how positive it or how much it would be used, but I mean, and it would only be California, some places of California necessary, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that Ian Johnson said it, once Jeep put the 392 into the Wrangler, now it almost makes it 50 state legal to V8 swap all kinds of vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that really opens the door for like, can I put the 4.7 now into Bobcat? Because that would be pretty cool.
It's a good question. I don't know if the rules that how they got the 392 to pass came down to the smog emission. So you have to use a 392 engine in order to do it.
Yep.
Or if it states now it's a V8, therefore any V8 can be put in. If it's a V8 that's similar classed to a 392, it can now go into a similar classification GVW vehicle.
Sure.
So I'm not sure of.
Right.
But that'd be cool.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
We need to do some research and make a whole episode
about what rating is.
What is the rule? And then what are some fun possibilities you can do with this rule?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
What we need is somebody from DOT.
All right.
To answer
California
some of these
DOT?
Yeah. To answer these
I don't know
questions.
if Texas DOT would have similar rules on, probably not.
I don't know.
I feel like the DOT rules in California are more based on CARB.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I don't
know. Maybe ChatGPT.
Yeah, there you go. We'll have a conversation with ChatGPT next time.
Sounds good.
All right, so that does it for Would You Rathers. Fun questions. Thanks everybody for sending those in. And remember, we learned that it's hashtag Jeep and Jimmy on today's episode. Just refreshing everybody's memory there. If you guys have feedback for the episode, if you have more Would You Rathers, send them in. We'll keep a list going, and whenever we get enough to kind of fulfill a whole episode, we'll throw them back out and do some more. So they're fun.
They are fun.
Yep. You guys can call in 916-345-4744, or you can send those in via Instagram, email, 4x4 Facebook, lots of different ways to get a hold of us. Yeah, man, I think that's it. Feedback for the show can go to any of those places too. We love hearing from you guys. So send the feedback in.
Sounds good. Keep it coming.
Any final words to leave everybody with today?
What about a flat fendered K-truck? I mean, they would almost a flat fender body, a flat fender chassis and a K-truck body would pretty much go like perfect size wise.
Yeah, you're taking the worst of both vehicles.
So,
and with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Don't sound too excited now.
I haven't had any more Q-Tink today, or Tink today.
Tink today. You need another 100 milligrams of caffeine.
I need some more caffeine. I'm starting to crash.
That's a problem. Where do baby cats learn to swim?
The kiddie pool.
Yay. Good job.
See, I know these.
Yeah.
I actually am really, really good at dad jokes. I just pretend like I don't know the answers to give Jimmy the satisfaction of the jokes.
I don't believe you.
We'd make a poll. Who believes me? Nobody. I don't even believe myself.